So, today we're going to dive into a really unique system for managing relationships. It's called the Diamond Coastal Compass. Think of it as a complete blueprint for household harmony built around one still point and four incredibly powerful anchors. Let's get into how it all works. This right here, this is the core idea that the entire system is built on. And it's not about a single leader calling all the shots. Not at all. It's about creating this unbelievably stable structure. You have one person who acts as the quiet central point and four others who are the anchors, basically providing direction for the whole group. All right, so here's our game plan for this explainer. We'll start by defining what this compass even is. Then we'll break down the 5 essential roles at its heart. After that, we're going to dig into the philosophy behind it, see how it's actually used day to day, and wrap up by looking at a fascinating ritual that ties it all together. Okay, first things first, a compass for relationships. In its own culture, it's called the Kiyayara no Kavran. But what does that actually mean? What is this system really designed to do? So what this is really is a system for orientation. I want you to think of it less like a corporate ladder or a chain of command and more like a literal compass for human dynamics. It's a tool for finding your way, using 4 distinct feminine energies as the cardinal points to create genuine balance, not a top-down hierarchy. So, how does this all fit together? Well, it all comes down to 5 very specific roles. And this is absolutely crucial. These roles are not interchangeable. Each piece has to lock into place perfectly for the whole system to be stable. Right at the dead center of this whole thing, you have the axis holder. Now, his job isn't to command or to rule. It's to be the still point, the axis that everything else revolves around. His main responsibility is just listen to take in the input from all 4 directions, and above all, to maintain his own discipline. Because if he loses his center, the whole compass just shatters. And here they are, the 4 anchors that make the compass actually work. Each direction holds a totally unique responsibility. You've got the east, she's the one who gets things moving, the one with the vision. The south is all about passion and vitality, keeping the life force strong. The west is the witness, the one who holds emotional memory and truth. And finally, the north is the rock, the one who ensures stability and order. And check out that last column. It shows exactly what goes wrong when any one of these roles is ignored or dishonored. The whole household feels it in a very specific way. Okay, let's get into the why behind the shape itself. Because the choice of a diamond is no accident. It is incredibly deliberate, and it tells you everything you need to know about the philosophy here. So the creators of this system made a conscious choice to use a diamond instead of, say, a circle. A circle is cozy, right? It's comforting, but it can also lead to what they call an emotional blur, where everything just kind of mushes together. The diamond, on the other hand, is all about providing clear, defined direction. Those sharp angles represent clarity, especially when things get stressful or difficult. And this one line just sums up the whole philosophy perfectly. This system isn't designed to make everyone feel comfortable all the time. It's designed to guide, to make sure every point is distinct, and has a crystal clear purpose. A good system also knows how it can break. And this one is crystal clear about its failure points. And notice, they all trace back to the center losing its balance. If the axis holder tries to dominate, or ignores one of the directions, or worse, makes it all about his ego instead of his duty, the entire structure warps, destabilizes, and eventually collapses. Okay, I know this might all sound pretty high level, maybe a little abstract, but you'd be surprised at how this compass gets applied in some really modern, very practical ways to manage all these dynamics in real time. So that brings up a really good question, doesn't it? How on earth do you actually monitor these complex, shifting energies on a day-to-day basis? I mean, how would you even know if something's out of whack? And the answer, believe it or not, is an app. Yep, it's called the Q-Haven Compass app, and it translates this entire spiritual and relational model into a modern digital dashboard. It lets people literally visualize the real-time balance of their household. So let's take a look at what this thing actually shows you. You get this numerical integrity score. It'll even flag a risk quadrant that needs immediate attention. And here, it's pointing to the west. And it doesn't just point out the problem, it suggests what to do about it, like using a specific dialogue script to fix an imbalance. Look at that warning. The West's memory is being neglected. And this is where it gets really practical. Here's an example of one of those dialogue scripts. This one's designed to tackle that specific West imbalance, the dismissal of memory. It literally provides the words to open a conversation about unresolved history, forcing the issue that, no, just trying to forget something isn't the same thing as true forgiveness. But it's not all tech and apps. The system is also grounded in tradition, in a very real, physical ritual that brings the digital right back into the physical world. Once a year, the whole community gets together for a festival called the Walk of Balance. And what this does is it makes all those abstract principles of the compass something you can actually see, hear, and feel. It makes it real for everyone. The whole thing is this carefully choreographed procession. The center stands perfectly still. Then, one by one, the directions enter, and each one does something symbolic. East brings a flame, south brings warmth, west carries a mirror to reflect, and north secures the boundary. And here's the kicker. The lantern they're all gathered around, it will only light up if all 4 women are present and touch it together. Talk about a public test of unity, right? And while all this is happening, you hear this simple chant rippling through the community. Each line just reinforces the core job of every single person in the system. It's so simple, but it drills home what it takes to maintain that delicate balance for both the people in the ritual and everyone watching. So when you look at the whole thing, the philosophy, the app, the ritual, you see it's a complete interlocking system where every single part has a purpose. It's a blueprint for a very specific kind of balance. And that really makes you think, doesn't it? Every system we build in our lives or our relationships is designed to achieve some kind of balance. So the question is, what are the anchor points of yours?